It's that time again. Wedding season is underway, and it is extremely busy after thousands of ceremonies were postponed last year. According to the website, the number of couples ordering save the dates more than tripled at the start of this year compared to the fall. And couples are feeling more confident about inviting in-person guests, with about 63% saying they'd have more than 100 people going to their weddings. But many questions still remain on how to plan or attend a wedding during the pandemic. Lauren Kay, executive editor of The Knot, joins us now. Lauren, I'm going to a wedding later this month, and I am so excited. You would think I was getting married. But, you know, there are a little bit of nerves just about doing this again for the first time. For couples planning weddings now, what should they consider, especially in terms of size? You know, you want to have all your friends and family, but you also want to be safe and not be responsible for anyone possibly getting sick.
Absolutely. So safety measures are still top of mind for couples getting married. This whole new normal is a very fluid, ever-changing situation. So follow your CDC guidelines, follow your local and state guidelines, and think about things you can do to make your guests feel more comfortable. We found that when we surveyed guests, over 70% wanted to know the safety precautions that couples were taking. So put that information on your wedding website. Let them know if you're wearing masks, if you're mandating vaccines. That will make everyone feel a little safer when they're celebrating.
Is it okay to mandate vaccines? And if so, what's the proper etiquette, you think, just to kind of make that ask a little smoother?
So it is such a personal choice. It really depends on how you're getting married, where you're getting married. There's so many factors. So the best thing is for you to arrive at a decision and then communicate it with your guests. We see as more and more vaccines are becoming available, more and more couples expect that their guests will have an opportunity to be vaccinated. And into the 2022 wedding season, we're expecting about 1 in 3 couples will require vaccinations. So it's definitely happening, but it's a personal choice you have to make.
Lauren, so many couples postponed weddings over the past year and a half. So now there's like a mad rush to the altar. Is it possible to get a deal at this point, given that everybody is in such high demand?
You know, what I love about this pandemic is it's required everyone to get creative when it comes to weddings. So you're right, very few people actually canceled, most postponed, and we're seeing 47% of weddings this year happening between July and October. So the competition is real. So the cool thing, though, is people are thinking outside the box. They're having ceremonies on different days of the week. They're hosting a brunch reception. They're thinking outside the box when it comes to venues. And that's what's bringing a lot of the originality of the couples into play here, and it makes it possible for everyone to still get married. You just have to get a little creative.
Hey, Lauren, as much as I love a good wedding, I think the couples are probably looking forward to the honeymoon a little bit more than the gathering of all these people and all these complicated etiquette questions. So when it comes to honeymoons, the really fun part, where are people going and what should they be considering as they take that jump?
So safety still top of mind. A lot of couples are putting that big, life-changing trip on hold because borders and travel restrictions are still in play, and they're taking what we're calling a nano moon. So they might be headed to a vineyard, a beach, a national park. Anything with outdoor appeal is definitely trending right now, and they're taking a little weekend away just to recharge and experience their life as newlyweds, and then they're planning a much bigger trip when borders and restrictions lift later in the year or in next year.
Lauren, let's talk about the thing you're not supposed to talk about. Money. What do you suggest for people who've been affected by the pandemic? People are hurting right now in their wallets. What's appropriate for a gift?
So we always say let your relationship really determine how much you're going to spend on a wedding gift. Always spend with what in your means you're comfortable with. So if it's a close friend or a family member, you might spend closer to the $100 to $200 range, where if it's a coworker or a casual acquaintance, you might be more in that $50 range. If you're in an urban city, you might spend a little bit more. So it really is dependent on what you're comfortable with and your relationship with the couple. The other thing to keep in mind is group gifting. As you said, a lot of people experience financial hardships due to the pandemic, and a group gift is a great way to all pull money together and get something really fantastic from the couple's wedding registry.
All right. Lauren, if someone you know quickly got married during the pandemic in a small ceremony, but you weren't invited, should you still send them a gift?
I say do. You know, you want to celebrate these people. They had to plan, postpone, plan again. Yeah. Get them the wine glasses. They'll use those a lot.
That is a good solution.
That's a great idea.
Lauren Kay, it's been a pleasure having you on. Thank you very much.